Hey, you're right guys, Triffmunters Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of The Witcher Season 2. The second season has just dropped in the UK, and I think around the world, I think it's all at like the same time and stuff. So yeah, the first season I really enjoyed. I think it did have like a couple of flaws in there. I don't think it was like the most flawless season of a show or anything like that, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was a nice surprise. I think it's been like a massive hit for Netflix as well. I think they're going to plan to do like 6 or 7 seasons of this show. It's going to be here for a while. And I've actually been replaying The Witcher 3 with my dad. I never completed The Witcher 3. I think I mentioned when I did the reactions to season 1 that I never actually got around to finishing it. But we're going through it. We're trying to get like the platinum trophy at the moment. We're still quite early on in the game, but you know, it's Witcher month, so I've been getting into the game a bit more and really enjoying that. So yeah, I'm curious what they'll do with season 2, if they'll take on some of the criticisms people had with the first season and how they're going to improve it here. And it's just going to be good to see Henry Cavill playing The Witcher again, because like I said, that was one of the strongest parts of the last season, was him playing The Witcher, just because he was so good at it, and you can just tell he's so in love with that character and in love with the games and the books and all that stuff as well. So yeah, Henry Cavill seems awesome. So yeah, episode 1, guys. I'm going to try to get at least 2 of these out every day. There might be a couple of, like, either today or tomorrow I'll do 3, and then we should get it all done by basically Monday afternoon kind of thing. So yeah, if you are new, make sure to subscribe, and like I say, we'll get these reactions up as quickly as we can. I know a lot of you are going to finish this season in like a day, in under a day. By the time this episode is probably on YouTube, most people have probably finished it somehow. Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if that happens. But if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the early and uncut reactions to The Witcher, then a link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below. They do have the uncuts for season 1 as well. That's still on there. And yeah, episode 1, let's do this. Oh, it's going to be good to jump into like a fancy world again. Like, I think The Witcher season 1 was probably the last one we had. Yeah. Like, we've all just been doing dramas, that's all I've been reacting to at the moment, so, and sitcoms, which are great, but nice to have fancy one. I'm in need of lodging. Jesus! Yeah. You know, you probably might want to run. Damn. I haven't done that yet. Not today. If not today, then when? Oh yeah, I forgot about their shitty art. Not these guys, but you know, the shitty art that they have. God, Jesus. What a way to go, you just got tomahawked. Oh, that ain't a nice way to go. Getting trampled on by a horse. Here he is. No. She's fine.
Can you please tell me who she is?
Doesn't matter. She's gone now.
How long till him and Yennefer reunite? I'm going at 4. At 3. At 3. At 4 might be too long. Because they are like an hour each, so.
I sleep like shit too.
I mean, yeah, if you're in the freezing cold of a shitty fire, so.
Makes a few nightmares.
So, I'm your destiny? Whatever that means.
Yeah, Destiny for season 1. Surrilla, I always forget her name, Surrilla. Just Siri to me.
What about Skellig? I have people there too.
Skellig Island.
But you'd be married off to the nearest Lord of Bad Breath.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but The Witcher's the most Netflix put into a TV show. I think. I was going to say because it shows. Some of the CGI was dated in, not dated, but you know, it wasn't great in season 1, but it was never awful.
All rules of chaos.
Bruh.
Familial disgrace can wait.
Where's my fave one? The, what was her name? I literally forgot her name. She was the blonde one, she was cool. She was badass in the finale of season 1.
We have rules.
She wasn't asking your permission.
She wasn't asking your permission. Incorrect! So apparently the like director or whatever said that they're dropping the whole the story's just going to be linear now, because that was one of the not flaws, but season 1 got a bit like confusing at times with the jumping between timelines constantly. Apparently they're just dropping that now, I guess. I'll say it's confused. There's only like I think 2 times it did it where I was a bit confused what timeline we were in. I was like, what the fuck? Go on, get some pokey. He knows, he senses. I mean, even the horse knows. The horse is like, bro, we ain't going down there.
How did you do that?
It's called Axie.
Yes, it is.
Sign.
See, I would have forgot all these like signs stuff, because I think the last time I played Witcher was like 6 years ago. So now that I've played it like the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's like, yes, I know these little sign names and stuff again. I wonder if it's that thing that we saw in the first scene, flying around.
What now?
I know somewhere nearby. An old friend.
So he knows something's in there, he's just trying to get prepared for it, I reckon. That's what you like the air to say, right? I thought he was going to prepare and then come back, but I think he's just... I guess he doesn't know what it is yet, so he won't be able to prepare. Oh no, they showed this thing. This is like his mate, isn't it? Yeah.
Love one.
We're only staying until the storm dies.
Please.
You gotta have where you take your chance. In the living room, that's where you're having your bath. Okay, cool.
I'm fine.
Imagine just being able to summon a bath whenever you want like that. You don't want a bath, boom, done.
That's not a bad trick.
It's not, to be fair, yeah.
Tell me what happened to you.
It's pretty useful. I thought she was drowning. It sounded like she was being pulled under or something. What the fuck? Yo, she dried rapid. I don't know. Her arm's kind of dead. What the fuck? Bruh. Yo, she kind of looks like Khaleesi. Like season 1 Khaleesi. Yo, mate, okay, yeah, you know, it's useful for the bath maybe, but food? Fucking flopping all over the floor.
Very good, eh?
I want to be able to do that. Greg's sausage roll. No, maybe next time.
It was the first and last time I saw my father proud of me.
The first and last time. That's tragic.
Geralt and I.
My dad's proud of me every time I get a platinum trophy. So, sorted. He's been proud of me 153 times.
It's not reason enough for an entire village to leave their homes.
It is.
Yeah, I think this is the scene they showed during Dudum, the Netflix convention special.
Waits of more.
The Wraiths of Morhog or Mordor.
Was a drunk.
Plagiarism.
Saw a lot of things.
Far outside the reach of kings and men.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was being watched.
The Rena, she's called. I'm very glad.
That definitely wasn't a cat, I'm sorry.
It's a shy wee thing.
I hope he's not like a traitor.
How about the show?
How about we scout the property? Make sure it's.
Oh, I want it to be his actual mate.
Go on, Geralt.
I'm hoping he just doesn't know about it. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy is such a prick. With his shitty armour. His wrinkly ballsack armour. That was tragic.
White flame will cleanse us all.
Oh, Jesus. All you had to do was touch him. God, I wonder what that felt like, Jesus. I was going to say it probably was like an electric shock, but it felt worse than that. No,
Cold and helpless.
No.
trapped in the eternal-
That's where I'd just tell her. I'd be like, at the end of it, just tell her at that point what she needs to know. If you're going to be taking my memories and shit.
Oh,
You did the bad one if you want, but...
scream.
Jesus, I think... Yo, it's in his skull!
I will plow it somewhat deeper. And then
Oh, bro.
it will really be.
Nah. Yeah. Fair, it's a fair reaction, to be fair. If someone fingers wit in my brain, Yeah.
Is this what you do to keep yourself entertained?
To keep myself sane, yes.
Just float things around, do 'em. Oh, okay, yeah.
Name's Peace. I first saw as a lad.
This was entertainment back in the day. Like this is going to the cinema.
Being alone because of what you are?
Probably shit.
What eats you alive?
Yeah.
Loneliness.
He ain't wrong.
Malsak told me of a hedgehog man who was cured by true love.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
I'm being a bore, and you must be tired.
I don't know if I trust him. It could be like setting them up to like try and get his old self back. I don't know.
Good night.
Yeah, he didn't try and kill her, so I mean, maybe he's all right. I don't know. Roach being the MVP, like, yo, bro, open your eyes. He's gonna call it. Surely he knows at this point. You've heard like snarling in the rafters and like outside. Bro, come on.
What's your plan?
Is it? Come on, bro. What are you doing? Is he meant to be playing shit? Okay, we're just.
The one who could crack an icy witch's heart.
She's dead.
She isn't though. Come on. Maybe that's why. Okay, maybe that's why he's like missing these shots and still not realise there's clearly something in this building because he's slacking.
It's just all for yourself instead of licking others' boots.
Damn.
Eager to please, easy to wound. You're blind, Jennifer.
You're blind. What an insult. There we go. Oh, right, there you go. Maybe it's not to do with Yennefer dying then.
Knives. I need to drain the snake and hit the silk.
Yeah, no, I don't. We don't trust this guy. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. There's no way you have willingly stayed in this house with that crawling on the. Watching Hereditary all of a sudden. Kind of looks like Siri. No? Bro, imagine waking up.
I'm Farina, a friend of Nivola.
No, you came out of the hole in the wall.
Alone in the heart, like you. Different.
How they? I know it's to do with cutting frames and shit, but it's done well. Sometimes you can like really, when they like cut frames off of the movement, it looks shit. You know something's wrong, bro. What are you doing? The moment he stepped in this place, he knew something wasn't right. Alright, here we go. My guy's finally ready for like... Oh no, he's gone back to the village that was down the road, I think.
There's a bookstore in the house.
There you go.
What are you doing? What's going on, Geralt?
No.
Don't fuck with him now. Is that the thing she saw then? Just like a different form of it, I'm assuming? Yo, if I saw him coming towards me, I'd be running the other direction. Fuck that. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. Yo, he's got it! Jesus. He fucking just bolted in thinking it would work. Fuck that, looks like Pennywise. Wrecked. No. No. Them chomping down on you. Yeah, let's get close to it. That's... No. Bro, why would you... Bro, you fell for that again! Oh, there we go. He's finally... Like, not a third time. Not a third time. Wrecked. Ah, there it is. There's its actual form, then. I feel like I can just chop those limbs off proper easily. The click. It sounds like a clicker from The Last of Us. Wrecked. Tried the same move twice. So all she did is she screamed at him 3 times and then tried to swing behind him twice. Fail. Yeah, good job. What was it? Bruh, no. No. Yeah, that's a fair reaction, to be fair. Chop its head off. Yeah, there you go. What do you mean, no? You did. Oh, sorry, what did you think was happening? Easy back. It's the guy from Game of Thrones in it, I think. The one who likes Brienne. Is it him without a beard?
This is what you call free.
Well, what was free for you, living in there with her forever?
She was a monster.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was running around killing people like in the first scene. So, Witch is doing his job.
Raping the princess.
Oh, not that nice guy then.
Siri. Please.
Why? Why would she stay?
Thank you.
That's a tragic life. Dude, he's always like actualized everything. It's kind of like a transition between them. Their duo is quite good. I think they both have like the father-daughter chemistry quite well, which is good. Like I won't say it's like great just yet, but it's been a good start with them both.
I wonder how long before they turn on you.
Oh, pretty quick apparently. I don't know if that's archers. Oh no, she's saying archers get ready. Okay, I thought she was saying that archers are attacking them. I don't know about that one. Bro, it's done. All your men dead. Yep, there you go, everyone. My archer. I don't know if you want to say it now, but I don't know about that one. Alright, there we go guys, that is episode 1 of The Witcher Season 2. Good to be, like I say, good to be back in kind of a fancy world. Good to have The Witcher back in terms of, because we just don't have, we do have shows like this, but they're like so rare. Like we have Game of Thrones obviously, and then we have The Lord of the Rings coming next year, and then this, but there's not that, I think other than that, there's not really like a big fantasy show that's kind of on this level and stuff, so yeah, this was a good season premiere. I wouldn't say, if I'm remembering correctly, I've not rewatched season 1, but I do think episode 1 of season 1 was probably a little bit more, and actually, yeah, it was more entertaining. I felt like the action scene they had at the end was better. I felt like getting introduced to the world and the Witcher and Yennefer and stuff was just more interesting in the first episode of the first season. This one was good. I felt like it was, and I don't mind this, I've said it before, I don't mind when something is dialogue heavy. I've just watched Midnight Mass, and that is 95% just dialogue, like monologues, and it was amazing. So I'm not like, well, like, oh, I need action or big set pieces to be entertained by an episode. Obviously they're nice, and we had a bit of action here at the end. That's always entertaining, so I'm not like I need that kind of thing, but I did feel like this was a lot of dialogue, and I just felt like not all of it was interesting. I felt like most of it was, though, you know, him talking to his older mate and kind of getting his stories and having a lot of scenes of them two talking, and then Ciri talking to him as well, and then the Witcher talking to Ciri, which was some of the better ones, and then Yennefer talking to this person who's captured her and stuff. There was a lot of just people talking, and like I said, I felt like 80% of it was interesting, and then 20% of it was just kind of like not really that bothered off, because I feel like, you know, with like Game of Thrones, or like the earlier, not so much the later, but the earlier seasons of Game of Thrones, they would just have like episodes of like an hour where people were just talking the whole time, but it was always interesting, not always, but you know, for the most part it was always engaging, and then you get like a nice bit of action at the end, and I felt like this tried to do that, but it just wasn't as interesting in terms of what the dialogue is, and I just, you know, I don't love these characters yet. I love The Witcher. I think Ciri seems pretty cool. I think having a bit more of her in this season, I could grow to really love the character. In Yennefer, I felt like she kind of had a few ups and downs in season 1, but for the most part was still really strong. So I'm like close to where I'm like in love with these characters. I'm like in love with Henry Cavill playing The Witcher, for example, but yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I think as this season goes on, I'll grow to love characters like Ciri more, for example, because she had a pretty good start with this episode. Like I said at the end, I think the dynamic between her and the Witcher does work well so far. But yeah, we spent most of the episode, like 90% of this episode, inside this big castle talking to the guy from Game of Thrones. That was basically the story. I know obviously there's more to it than that. You know, his little love story and him being cursed and all that, and talking about what their plans are with with Ciri. Sorry, what the Witcher's plans are with that. So overall, I'd say it sounds like I'm shitting on it. I do think it was a good premiere. I just don't think it was as strong as the premiere in season 1. And like I say, I do think it was a lot of dialogue, and not all of it was super interesting, to be honest. I'd say like 20% of it was kind of a bit dry, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, I think it was a decent start into the season. Hopefully it starts to pick up a bit more in the next episode. We'll see. It seems like it's going to pick up more with Yennefer's side of things in the second episode as well. But I didn't mind so much her just kind of having an episode of travelling and being held captive. I didn't mind that. That's not like a problem. And then give her more to do hopefully in the second episode. But rating, I'm going to give it I think a 6 point. I'll go 6.7 out of 10. I think just below a 7 for this one. I think it was a fine episode. I wasn't blown away by it. Obviously the visuals are always great, the acting's good and all that stuff. But in terms of story and the scenes that we were given, I think they were all fine. I wouldn't say any were that incredible, especially compared to, like I say, the first episode of season 1. Where I thought like that was a really good strong start into the season. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to jump straight into episode 2, so that'll be up today as well. But let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And if you do want the early and uncut reactions to The Witcher season 2, then a link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you in a few hours hopefully for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.